I think it was around about the 17 mark that it sort of hit me full in the face. I was going blind. I think like everything else then, it was a case of, boy me, what the hell have I done to deserve this? I had a couple of years like that, but it just sprung to me one day, okay, you're going blind, it ain't the end of the earth, it ain't the end of the world. So it was a case of then let's find out something that I can do that will, enhance my life. Life is for living. I've got my workshop in the garden in the rear of the garage, and the back part is my workshop. Yeah, I got quite a nifty little workshop basically. A lot of people always say to me, you're blind and there's a power saw. But I mean, this hand controls the button and the on and off, so it's nowhere near the blade. But it's just something I've always done, daft as you like. I've touched the blade and I've moved my hand away. So unless some miracle that changes direction, it's never going to cut my fingers off, so to speak, so I'm always away from the... I love to design things in my head and I love to start making them. I was standing one afternoon in my workshop and I was listening to a national radio, and Sir Ranulph Fiennes came on and he was discussing how he'd just completed the 7 marathons, 7 days, 7 continents. I thought, wouldn't that be fantastic as a fundraiser to be the first blind person in the world to do this? I wonder if I can. Of course I can.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
In the end, they came up with a plan which was Falklands, Chile, LA, Sydney, Dubai, Nairobi and London. There was a bit of pain, there's no disputing that. We went through the mill a little bit, but looking back on it now, I just now accept it as a book. Each chapter, each paragraph, it's just part of that book, and the pain was there for a reason, and that's the way I accept it now. The London line held so many positives. For me, it was just an incredible ending. We'd done it. We'd run ourselves into the history books. Me and Mac were the 3rd people in the world to achieve this challenge. I was the first blind person in the world to achieve this challenge. It was such an emotional moment, and it's something that I will never ever forget. When the Kiddywinks come in, it was just fabulous because I feel myself filling up now actually. I hadn't seen them for a fortnight, and people probably say, well, you haven't seen them for years, but there again. But no, to have the family unit there was just absolutely fantastic. It was the icing on the cake for me. To see them after 14 days was absolutely brilliant. But moreover for me, once I got that out of my head, was the awareness that I'd created for blind people around the world was just unbelievable. In some respects, I think they were all hoping and praying I was going to do it, because it was going to open hopefully a lot of avenues for people. It gave a lot of people heart, I truly hope that I've inspired a lot of people to set their goals out now and say, hey, come on, if he can do that, whatever you want to do was the message, you can. Don't say you can't, you can. Simple as that. If you want to do it, you'll find a way to do it. And every painful step that I went through, every ice bath that I was plunged in was absolutely worth it. And that gives me a sense of pride to think that somewhere, somehow, I've helped somebody. I've created my own personal ambition, but I've hopefully given people hope and the inspiration to say, hey, come on, shake your feather, let's get on with it. And I feel good. I feel good for that.